Good morning, day traders. This is Mike with Rip or Die Trading, watching AMD again this morning, and had some interesting things go on last night. This thing started ripping after close. It closed at 26.75, and we're at over $28 now, so over a dollar move almost. No more than that, about $1.50 almost. So over a dollar. Turns out I can't talk. It was upgraded to a target price of $33. So I'm guessing that's what most of this hype's about. The bad part is I didn't look at it early enough to go and look at what some of the support and resistance might be for this area. It hasn't been up this high in a while, so I'm gonna have to be a little careful. Because I don't really know what to expect at this moment. Just kind of checking it out. I would say, hard to say. It's kind of been going sideways since 6 this morning, with a slight uptrend. My gut, which is a lot more aggressive than I want to trade, says to jump in long real quick, but we ain't doing that. Gonna do my normal wait 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes to see what's going on and make a decision then. Here we go. So far, looking like the gut was correct. Nope, getting knocked down a little bit there. Glad we didn't go with the gut. Well, we'll probably see this thing. There's probably a bunch of people taking profit that had it yesterday, and then I'm battling with people that have the FOMO. All right. I almost clicked it buy right there, but it didn't want to because it was the second minute still, and that would have been it right there. This is where you get hurt, chasing it right here. Yeah, big guy. Hit my line right here too. Could have been a good dip buy there, but we know I don't like to buy in the first 2 minutes. Too scary. SPY gapped up pretty good today. It's shit in the bed right now. A little boring action for us right now. So the gut was right. Had we bought at 28 and been able to hold through this, we'd be doing pretty good right now. Had my finger on the trigger here, but it was a little too early for me, so I didn't buy on the way back up. Be loving life right now. Let's see the reaction to 28.50 here. Just kind of hanging out right now. Impossible for me to logically get long at the moment. It is just should have broke my rules and jumped in when I was feeling it there. Not really. That's how you get in trouble. You break your rules once and it works out, and then the next 5 times you do it, you get killed. So you gotta stick to your rules. See, FOMO is trying to tell me this is a good place to get in. But I'm not doing it. Even if it does go back, I mean, could be just a little, pull back for this, looking like a bull flag right here. I just, then it runs into 28.50, which could smack it right back down. I don't like the risk reward because we've got all this room to fall and maybe just a little bit to go. So, I mean, as strong as it is, this probably is a good spot to. It's 20. I should have bought it right here, but it's not part of my game plan. It could easily just get crushed right here. I think I'd have to see 28.20 to get back in, or to get in at all. But I'm fairly sure that this thing's about to just rip and make me cry. Every second that goes by, I keep thinking, man, okay, this is the time to get in. We're back to that area where I said it might have been a good buy, but it's still flagging down. Like 30s, I'm kind of holding it there. There it goes. It's usually that's what you can see on a bull flag when it comes up and kind of consolidates down and then takes its next leg. So would have worked out. Let's see what happens at 50. This is the reason I didn't do it though. I had a feeling that it might run into a wall here, and that was my max profit was going to be right here, and it just wasn't worth the risk of it just falling all the way back down. But it looks like it's busting through no problem at the moment. Yeah. So, in hindsight, this was a great entry. definitely hard to go long now. Wow. Really regretting not getting in now. We got in here around the 34-ish area. So we had two spots here that would have been great. Here that would have been great. Is it done? Almost. I was looking to see if I could get in at 28.50. Maybe. I don't see. I should have clicked it there too. It bounced so quick. I was trying to look at level 2 to see if it looked strong. And it sure as shit was. It just bounced right off. Well, we're coming back. We'll see. No. It's gone again without me. I was a lot more reluctant to jump in there, being that we're so overextended right now. We haven't had a true pullback. That was just a little bit right here. I mean, this is just consolidation. And this thing really is eventually wants to come back to, oh man, it's got at least 30 cents that needs to drop before I could get in comfortably. Although my deliberation right here looks to have been a lost opportunity at the moment, big time. Got a nice little trend line going right there. Straight up. You wouldn't think that this trend line can be sustained, but see what's going to happen here. A lot of people look at this. You might see a bunch of shorts pile in if you can get below this, but it's with that $33 target, this thing just might go all day. The wrong day to be gun shy. I told myself I was going to be really cautious today just because it seemed too easy with that target of 33. Just, you know, it seems like it should just rocket, which it is. But I didn't want to get stupid and get married to that idea. because I've seen things like that blow up in your face. But today would have been a great day to follow the sheep for sure. Bunch of people at 80, but they got taken out quick. Alright, so looking at this now, we need to get back down to 60 for me to even think about jumping in. Anybody with FOMO today could have gotten in just about at any place and been good. This thing is just up $2 from yesterday. And it just feels like the bottom could fall at any time. It's not super. It's happened to me a bunch. I've never traded with the morning that the target was set so much higher. So at some point though, someone's gonna stop being so greedy and start selling like crazy and taking profits. It doesn't mean it's gonna crash or anything, but we need to see some kind of pullback. So that we have some more upside. This green line is the opening 5-minute range. That's a strategy I used to use too. It's helpful. And in looking at after I drew this trend line, and then you have the 2850, and then the opening range breakout. 3 different strategies lining up right here. In hindsight, it should have been pretty comfortable for me to pull the trigger right here, but all right, let's see what happens up here at 29. So far, kind of holding it down, but on a normal day of trading, I'd think about shorting here at 29 for a little pop down, which I guess if had you done here at 96, you'd have got your pretty good little, you got 10 cents real quick, but I don't want to, this is I don't like to go against the trend that much anyways, and this is a monster trend. It's very strong right now. You'd have to have balls of steels just to short this thing. But I'm watching over here, we got people stacking, people are selling here. Let's see what 99. I mean, there's not that crazy. There's more buyers stepping in. There's a bunch at 29. It's going crazy over here. The volume right now on this is ridiculous. It's right now we got about 1 million per minute, over 1 million or more every minute. So I hit 29, got pushed down a little bit. Let's see. I would probably need to see about somewhere in the 28.75 before I could get in long. Man, I just had my finger over the buy, about to buy right now, which, you know, there's tons of people at 29. If it gets through 29, it's going to rocket. It's just too risky. I'm going to remove this line. It's no longer relevant. So I almost purchased, went long there, just because I let FOMO creep in a little bit, and right now I'd be down pretty good. Especially after seeing how strong it was at 29. I mean, if it breaks 29, I feel like it's going to rocket up pretty good, but again, yeah, look at all that. Jesus. There's a ton of people trying to sell at 29. So, if it gets through, expect a pretty big jump. We're looking at maybe, yeah, probably the 27 or the 28.75 area maybe to enter if we can get a little pullback. I'd really rather get it way down here, but I really wanted it 70. I'll have to see. I might entertain getting in at 80. But I think is this overextended? I think I'm gonna wait for at least 70. I'm not gonna. This is our first real looking pullback so far. So we got close to the 80. That was my first. I thought about getting in maybe at 80 there to see how that would have turned out, but I'm being stingy and waiting for 70. Most likely this is a good place where it's going to turn around and go back up, but playing it safe like a little biz niche. I'll wait for a little bit better entry if I can get it, but yeah, 80 so far. 80 was a pretty good little entry. Or is it just a fake out? Oh, so far it's fake, yeah. So all the people with the balls that shorted at 29 had a pretty good little couple minutes there. Starting to, let's see, still pretty, I mean, it's slowing down in volume, but it's still pretty high for this time. It's looking kind of weak though. Mr. FOMO is trying to get me to short right here now. All we need is one, 1 minute of a surge in volume though pushes it right back up to 29. So I'm fighting the FOMO. It's really hard for me not to trade in a day, especially with a day that's so active like this. A ton of people jumped in and made a ton of money today, and I'm just gonna have to be happy for them and happy that I didn't lose any so far. Alright, let's see what happens here. Now I'm looking for about, 70 still. Tons of volume still. Yeah, so close. I almost got in there. It was about 75 and then it boom boom dropped down and back up so quick I didn't get a chance to. Had I clicked it, I probably would have got filled up here. Alright, let's see what's going on here now. Not a lot of, it looks like it's dying through it. Are we going to get any support at 70? I'd like to see it pop up on level 2 and see if there's a bunch of people there. Because this is not my typical strategy right now. This is just a pullback play that I'll do sometimes. Never got to 70. I got pretty close. I could have probably jumped in on it at 72. Wow, there's tons of people at 80 now. This thing, oh, right through it. Yeah, 72 was a winner. I missed out on this over 2 cents. Okay, well, at this point, I'm getting a little bit red in the face and could be a good time for me just to call it quits and just watch this madness. Missing, calling out. Let's see, I had one at 28 where I was the pussy and didn't get in. One at 28.34 was a pussy and didn't get in. The other one, 28.50 was a pussy and didn't get in. Then we called out just a minute ago 28.70 and we got to 28.72 and I didn't pull the trigger, so every one of them would have been winners. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Alright, so let's just look at this for a second and see what we think can happen next. It's going for the break of 20 or 29, yeah. Tons of people stacked there. Not as many as last time though. Has a shot here, yep, there it goes. Alright, see, I haven't traded this high, so I don't have a line here yet. Boop, there we go. Now we got one. Yep. And you remember I said my gut said just to buy at 28 and hang out and see what happens. It's been a really good day listening to my gut today. Not that we ever really want to do that at the opening bell. Jeez. See, I was sitting there thinking about hitting it right here at 29. All the way up. I would talk myself into waiting for it to come back and test it before I got in. It's almost like you can just go long anytime you want to on this thing today with no rhyme or reason. Today's a great day to go fucking Top Gun and just buy. You could buy, sell at 20 cents, wait for the tiny pullback, buy, sell at 20 cents. Could have been eating it up all day. Alright. Again, this will be the one time it'll get down to 29 and I'll buy and it won't hold, and it'll be the one time today that you can't just buy. If it even gets down there. Yeah, I'm sitting there looking, this 29.08, 29.10 might be the actual line of support. Right here, yeah. 20. So I don't know if it'll get back to 29. It seems to want to hold here at 29.10. 8 and 10 hour getting tested again. Got through it a little bit. It's almost telling me to buy right this second. It's not a terrible buy. This is like a little bull flag, so it's just still overextended. I wouldn't want to buy there logically. It wouldn't be a terrible buy. It just wouldn't be. It's not the risk reward I'm looking for. All right. See if we can go all the way down to 29. I'm being real greedy up this high. So I get in, at 29.04. I gotta give it a couple, some room to breathe if it gets a little bit below 29. But if it gets to 28, say 96, it could get shorts jump in, it gets crushed, and it goes down to 28.80, and I just don't like it right now unless I can get really close to 29 and see what kind of bids are there. Not a ton of bids there. See, this is what I was afraid of, getting in up there, get to 26, and then it gets crushed. See, I would have got crushed right there. So I want to get closer to 29 and see if we had a wall of support stacked up there or what. This isn't a bad place right here. In that 90 area, I could have justified getting in there, but I was too slow. And again, another good one if I had just done it. Well, Zinke's stair stepping up all day. So let's see the next one. Oh, you'd expect this thing to get over at or above the 29.20, and then if it can make its way back down to 29 one more time, I might jump in on that one. Because like Support's slowly creeping up. Alright, let's see if 29.20 is going to hold it down, or if we're going to get a new high of the day. And what's our volume at? We're still, over 500,000 and, teetering back into the millions. If we don't come back and kiss 29 now, it might be off to the races without me again. Pretty good amount of people stacked up there at 20 though, so we might get another one more drop down. When people see all that, more people jump in and short. And that's why if it gets past it, you get that big surge. People they're like, oh shit, and they have to cover their shorts, and then, so they're buying, and it just takes off. Alright, let's see if we can get back down to 29. A little bit of a low volume battle right now. It's getting up there. People are stepping in at 10 there. I should have noticed that and jumped in. That's why I didn't get below it. People were jumping in and buying. But I don't mind being greedy with as high up this thing is. If that many people are jumping in at 10, we should see a lot of people jump in at 29 on the dollar. Now I'm just thinking of things to scare myself out. I'm calling that a double top right there in my mind. So we got to 4. Closest we got so far. Some people might see this as weakness. I mean, it's slightly. I mean, no, it's not lower high. It is a double top on the dot, so at the moment we're going to call this some support. This shit would quit moving. Our resistance, I mean. Add some more there. All right. Let's see what happens here. Third time's a charm. Denied again so far. So far, there's not as many people. Oh, there they are. Tons of people at 20 still. We're going to need to see this volume bar go to get through there. There it goes. It's flying through. Is it gonna get through? Lots of orders. No. It got through for a second. Alright, this is my last. If I can't find an entry I like here, I'm gonna be done. Because just staring at this thing any longer is gonna talk me into something stupid. All day long, stupid has been good. Fourth time, can we get through? Stacked up again. Starting to get some 20s. There it goes. Had my finger on the trigger right here. But I was too scared. I was looking for about, yeah, I mean, it kind of really wanted, the most I wanted to buy was at 29.05, which is right there. Or sorry, the most. Really wanted 29. All right, well, I'm gonna just call it quits. Butthurt about the, I don't know, 8 to 10 times I could have gotten in, but was too much of a little bitch. Just, I don't know. I think I could have probably made some pretty good money today jumping in. Well, not probably. I would have made a god money today jumping in when I talked about it. However, it would have reinforced bad habits that I don't want going forward. So I think for the long run, it's pretty good that I didn't do anything. We'll see if this thing calms down a little bit for tomorrow and get some more logical entry points, and I'll talk to you then.